Hi, this is Olaf. I'm M50 54 world champion from St. George. I'm training hard to get back on the podium in Kona. We are now only 5.5 weeks away from the Ironman World Championships in Kona. First time again in 3 years, and this is episode 36 of my journey to the Ironman World Champs in Kona and St. George. So update, good news is that everything's pretty much green at this stage, mostly. So I'm still super careful, haven't fallen off the bike. In terms of injury, things and sickness, things are back to normal. Don't really have any pains that prevent me from training normally. The ear infections I had are pretty much gone, so it's pretty all good from here, I hope. And have been putting some really good training in. I think most important for me really good news is the running. So the long runs, I did 32 kilometers on rolling hills on Saturday. So that went really well. At the beginning, my heart rate monitor for some reason didn't work, so I got the heart rate from the watch, which was sort of 20 or 15 above normal. And so at the beginning, I really started to think, shit, something is badly wrong. I have COVID or something. Just seeing the numbers being totally stupid started to, get me super negative feedback, and I started to have big doubts, which is, ridiculous. You always got to be a bit careful what the gadgets say. But running was good. We did with my son. I did 4 times 4 kilometers. Sort of steady tempo, last one under 4-minute pace, so it was not sort of all out. It was only 2-minute rest in between, but that felt good, and being able to sort of control really long run and not die, and that's really positive. On the cycling side, still having some issues with the bike. The last time I went out was super rainy, sort of Hong Kong typhoon levels, it was not the greatest idea. Number one, my power meter stopped working and is still not working, so I might have to put the stages back on. A bit annoying, and also because the road was all wet, I didn't see a pothole, and so I hit basically, or both tires went. Didn't fall or anything, but for some reason couldn't really repair them, which is a bit worrying. So I have to, especially with the extension I have, so I have to practice that and check that out. Maybe put some other extension already on the repair or on the tires I have for the if I exchange them, so that I have less. I'm sure that with the CO2 cartridge I'll be able to pump that up again. Swimming was also pretty good. So we 25-meter pool, did a long session, over 4 kilometers with 2 times 8 times 100, sort of max pace with leaving on 2 minutes, and was able to do the first one, so 120, 122 coming in, and the second one 123 to 124, and that really sort of got to the limit. A bit annoying now that the pools are going to be closed for 2 weeks, both my pools here in sort of 30-minute driving radius, so might have to check out another pool which is sort of 1 hour drive away, but that obviously starts to be really a long way, so won't do that more than a couple of times a week. The rest is going to be open water swimming. But yeah, overall swimming feels good. Cycling also starting to, yeah, overall starting really to get used to the heat and running in the heat and feeling good and better in the heat. So, a combination of nutrition and just getting heat acclimated. But that, yeah, even when there's just a little bit of yeah, a breeze, it feels like you get some fresh air, which at the beginning is not at all the case. So having that feeling makes a big difference of being comfortable cycling or running. Even the cycling, 5 hour cycling in Hong Kong in Hong Kong in the summer as well, but especially in Kona, that really drains you, and it's not easy to step off the bike, even if you go easy and feeling sort of okay. So hopefully I'm starting to be there now where that is the case. And so yeah, I had a 25-hour solid week, which is all I can ask for. Haven't done any sort of really fast runs, but otherwise it's been a really good week, and having had a couple of days really easy now, and gonna have a few cool sessions. One double break on Thursday, which I'm looking forward to, which 90-minute bike and 45 minutes run twice. So that's gonna be interesting, especially the second one. So supposed to be a little bit harder, and that's gonna be in the middle of the day. So very good practice for the race. So looking forward to that. Today I had a very easy 30-minute run. So on the right side, my Achilles was a little bit sore. Felt it at the end, so I have to just treat that a little bit. But yeah, going well. Things are green, and not too much stress outside. We're still in the middle of sort of selling our house, buying another one here. Which is stressful, but on the other hand, it's a good distraction. I'm now sort of in the mood or thinking, and so I'm enjoying that process, and it's giving me positive energy at the moment because everything seems to be on track. So yeah, that's it in terms of pretty long but pretty positive overall update. Right, last thoughts in terms of cracking the Kona puzzle. So, you obviously always want to do things as best as possible. So what I'm still really positive about is the fact that I'm able to train here in a very humid and very similar environment. At the end of the day, I'm starting to get used to it. It took forever. So, even if you just come 2 weeks before to race, if it's something that you're sort of a little bit not so comfortable with, running in the humidity or racing in the humidity, it's going to be, it's going to be difficult to adjust. So do as much as you can, some heat trainings at home. I feel that I'm finally sort of getting in the zone where I'm comfortable training in the heat and in the humidity, and so I'm really positive with that. I mentioned it before already, but the time difference, the fact that Kona is 6 hours behind from here is going to be really ideal in terms of getting used to or being able to get up at 3-4 a.m. On the day of the race, and having a good sleep before that. So you really got to be careful when you arrive in Kona to get to bed really early, so that you don't sort of lose that time difference. There's no point if the days before the race you feel comfortable getting to bed really late. So we have to keep sort of the time difference when you arrive in Kona. At the moment is still obviously training hard, no mistakes, being careful, definitely do not want to get anything else from now on, whether it's infection or small injury. Obviously went through some stuff, but my leg now seems to be fine. I'm able to push really again while running. I'm able to do the really long runs, so got to be careful, and especially the last 10 days before the race. Just gonna be easy at peace, I call it, pace, where you just feel comfortable and not overly pushing, and definitely not sort of going in the super high pushing. But the race is now really close, only 5 weeks, obviously super excited to go back. Just received an email with sort of last directions and codes sort of for the apartment, the condo I'm renting, which is super well placed and super great, like oceanfront. So really looking forward to that. We're leaving here on the 24th because it's a 3-day trip with 1 night in Miami, 1 night in Los Angeles. So touch wood, for once there's not going to be any drama on the trip. But it's something else to, something that I can worry about a little bit later. And then, obviously finding the balance in Kona to race conservatively enough to be able to have a good run, which hasn't been the case for me the last 4 times, basically. The last time was, I was getting out of bad personal time, and I took the bike, really quite easy at 5:09 only, and then, ran a 3:35, which was my best runs, much better run than the 3 previous times. But still, there was quite a lot of walking in there in the second half, and my head wasn't into it. So this time I wanted my head into it, that I'm going to suffer, I'm going to be willing to suffer, but there's a limit where if you go beyond it, doesn't matter how much you are willing to suffer, you're just gonna die. So taking the bike conservatively but still going fast, which I believe with the current bike setup, etc., is feasible. And then just having a good run, effortless sort of speed, and then last 20k really starting to push into it, and hopefully being able to go under 320 run. So between 315 and 320, that would be awesome. And then I'm sure that probably won't be enough for a win, but who knows. But if I'm able to execute a good race, should be enough for a podium and for a great sort of top 10 result, which is what I'm after. So wishing you all the best for you guys who are preparing for Kona as well. Make sure you practice your race nutrition. Make sure you don't overdo it at the moment. And it's last stretch, so all get excited, and cheers. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the journey. Things looking again pretty positive. Some positive mindset, lots of good things going on. So cheers. Give me your thoughts, give me your comments. Let me know what's up, and stay tuned. Kona, soon we come.